originators, look, I know what we got going on out there right now. We've been enjoying some refinance business, but now rates are bumping a little. Maybe things are slowing down. And I know the branch managers out there are completely freaking out right now because we're looking at big fat pipelines that don't have a lot of purchase business in them. The Listing Booster product is there to help you with that. In fact, we have a very unique piece to it that helps you as a loan originator get the attention of producing real estate agents, which is our KeyBoom streaming television platform. Basically, it gives your real estate agent partners the ability to go on their next listing presentation and say, hey, if you list with me, I'm going to get you on TV. And for our realtor partners out there, that's kind of a cool thing to be able to say on your next listing presentation. So Listing Booster product works all the way around, but we have branch enterprise accounts available now for the mortgage branch managers. You get to equip all of your loan officers with Listing Booster extremely inexpensively, and we train them up and coach them up and how to work with the producing agents in town. We'd love to show it to you. There's a webinar every Friday. There's one this Friday. Click this banner you see right here over on your right to register for it. Scroll down, you'll see the banner there. You can click and register for it as well. Or here on Facebook, there's a link around here somewhere. We hope to see their Listing Booster branch enterprise accounts. Okay, so today I just kind of want to do a little bit of an update. A lot of you are probably aware I went ahead and took the plunge and decided to help my wife out. She's been selling real estate pretty much part-time for about a year now. I decided to go ahead and rejuvenate the license and help her because even though she was the licensed one, let me tell you, when my wife's going to go sit in open house or show property, guess who's going with her? To make sure, she doesn't get hurt. And so I thought, well, why don't I just go ahead and rejuvenate the license and do the whole thing? I mean, I'll go through the indoctrinations and get the R and all that and help out. So here I am about 3 months in, something like that. And we work together. Pretty much the mornings is when we do our marketing for real estate. And then she's got things going on and I've got things going on, obviously, here at the show and with Listing Booster during the day. But in doing it pretty much part-time, started to get some business, right? So together we've got 3 listings, yay us, right? We've got 1 in contract, and we've got a couple of offers that we're putting in right now. I'm putting in an offer probably today as you watch this, at least 1, and then possibly another one by the end of the week. So I've got some things going on. And so what I wanted to do was talk just real briefly today about, just my experience coming from being a guy in the loan industry for 22, 23 years, whatever the case was. Of course, then I was able to go full-time with the National Real Estate Post for about 10 years, and now entering into the real estate space. And it's been kind of neat on my end to live both sides a little bit here and gain a little bit of perspective on what it means to be both. Now, I'm going to tell you this, that from a technical standpoint, based on my experience, it's tougher on the lending side. You have to know a whole lot more on the lending side from a technical aspect again. So what I mean by that is different loan products, different guidelines, how to read tax returns and all this other crazy stuff that you have to know to be a good loan originator. There's a lot of stuff that gets, crammed into the brain there to make that all come together nicely on a consistent basis. It's tougher from that aspect. But I'll tell you this, from a sales aspect, getting new business, right? The real estate side is a lot tougher. And not only that, but the real estate side, there is still a lot of technical stuff that you do need to know, especially when it comes to the contracts, the listing agreements, the local laws, what you can say, what you can't say, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of that comes into play. But I'm going to tell you this, in my little experience as a real estate agent and big experience as being a loan guy, it's a lot harder to get a transaction as a real estate agent than it is to get a transaction as a loan originator. Just my opinion and my experience, right? But here's kind of what I wanted to roll out on today's show. Having now all this experience on both sides, I want to just kind of lay this out on the table, man. There's a lot going on in the industry right now. A whole lot. And there's a lot going on the loan side. We came through a whole lot when we came out of the recession on the loan side and Dodd-Frank and the CFPB. Boy, didn't we go through a bunch as originators, right? And now on the real estate side, they're the one in the spotlight now, right? We've got all these crazy things happening and Zillow and iBuyers and all that stuff is going on too. There's just mounting pressure on both sides of the coin, whether you're in the lending space or whether you're in the real estate space. And I just want to say this, it's just tough all the way around. It's difficult difficult all the way around. From the loan perspective, it's tough. You got to be good. And you know what? From the real estate side, it's tough and you got to be good too. And I know that in both corners, we have rhetoric that gets thrown across the ring at each other sometimes, where loan originators are saying, these real estate agents, they don't know what they're doing. And real estate agents are saying, these loan officers got their head up their ear ends and they're messing everything up. But I think I just want to say, hey man, we're closing out the year here and it's been a real tough one. We're coming to the end. And I just think that everybody needs to understand in the profession, whether you're on the real estate side or the lending side, it's tough for everybody, man. It's a rough one. And I think everybody's showing up every day, putting on the boxing gloves, getting out there and trying to do their best to make a living in this industry and to keep it going and to be able to sustain themselves going forward with everything that's going on all around. So I'm calling today Hump Day, a day for us to just say, I love you, man. I love you, man. So I think maybe from a loan officer perspective, maybe just today, maybe reach out to some of your realtor referral partners and say, hey, man, I appreciate you. I know you're going through a lot. I know it's tough, but I want you to know I appreciate you. And from the real estate side, maybe we do the same thing. Just send a little kissy face emoji to one of your loan officers or something and say, hey, man, I know you do a lot. I just want to say I appreciate you. Because we're all going through a lot right now, and I think we all just kind of need to step back and take a breath and say, hey man, we're all in this together. There's a lot of things hitting us from every direction. There's a lot of pressure coming in from the clouds and from everywhere else on both sides, right? But for all of us down in the trenches and in the streets, just trying to make a living at this, I think maybe we just say, hey man, I love you, man. So with that, leave your comments down below. Do me a favor, forward, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later here at the National Real Estate Post.